I went to Southern Illinois University, graduated in 1998 with a criminal justice degree. Had a focus in private security. I knew I wanted to work in the private sector. Got connected up with a company called Levy Security Corporation, which is a local contract guard service company in the Chicagoland area, and got offered a whopping $10 an hour to work there as part of a management trainee program.
While it was an accelerated program, it also required him to enter as an entry officer, like I did many years ago. And so, that was a tough decision, I think, at that point in time, to have a college degree in hand, while at the same time being asked to come into an organization and be a security officer.
So obviously not thrilled with the $10 an hour coming out of school, but saw the upside. And so I started as a security officer at Central DuPage Hospital. I was able to get my first management position about a year after I started. So they held their end of the bargain.
I came to healthcare as a consultant. I moved into the world of finance at Northwestern medicine and picked up real estate as part of my portfolio. And as real estate grew, a lot of the operating elements that came with it also grew, including security. So security moved into my division 10 or 12 years ago when it was just Northwestern Memorial Hospital. And I learned the security space while having it within my division. Based purely on just an individual's experience with the world of security, but I think that's one of the best things about George is he's grown into his role. I've also been able to grow significantly within mine because I've learned a much broader world of security via his lens.
When I started, we were using VHS tapes to change out the video camera recordings on a nightly basis, to the organized way that all that video is being stored today through servers and storage. And the use of those cameras, I think, has changed a lot from when I started. They were really just truly security purposes back when I first started, whereas today they're for security, but they're also for our operational leaders. I see a lot of nurse managers and nurse directors utilizing our security cameras to investigate, clinical circumstances, employee issues, and so having that force multiplier, I think, has changed over time, certainly from that technology perspective.
But at the time, security in healthcare wasn't what it is today. We didn't see the types of issues that we're combating in our buildings. And we were really focused on how do you take care of the patient and how do you manage the security issues that are the result of a disease state or a diagnosis, as opposed to what we see today, which is that and more complex versions of that, but also the impact of an outside world that's very different than when I started.
Northwestern Memorial Hospital downtown is a very busy place. Lots of incidents occur, throughout the campus, and we really focus on that team approach, from the officers to our dispatchers to our supervisors to our leaders, that having that team approach and creating that culture where everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing, escalating concerns, escalating any problems that are occurring on campus, certainly is the way we deal with it from a day-to-day basis.
One thing I've noticed from George is that he has a sense of self-awareness. He understands what his strengths are, what his abilities are, but he's also taken the opportunity to really build a culture and a team around him. Really, those that have worked around him, he's given them the ability to be successful. He's created a culture of success.
I put a lot of time and effort into my relationships, whether it's my employees, my peers, my executive leaders, my police partners, that I want to get to know people both personally and professionally. I want to be able to call someone on their cell phone when I have a problem so that they can help me. And so cultivating those relationships are really important to me, and I think have led to a lot of the success that I've had.